I could go back.
All right, welcome to another episode of Tech Condo. My name is Petra. Welcome to Tech Condo Live. We're live every single Saturday at 7 p.m. Central European Time, and that means that it's 6 p.m. if you live in the East Coast. 6 p.m. if you live in the UK, 1 p.m. if you live on the East Coast of the US, and 11 a.m. if you live on the West Coast of the United States of America. Welcome, like I said, every single week. Though sometimes it doesn't happen, and of course there will be some dates to come, unfortunately, for this show, but I will definitely have some cool news for myself, at least. Well, I will definitely talk about it anyway. Before I will tell that in just a minute, but before I do that, of course, I want to say hello to a couple of people, and there are quite some people that are live at the moment, so let's go there first. I think for the first time in a long time, Raoul actually was the winner of today's Good Morning contest. He was the first, so I don't know what happened, but it's totally fine. Vil is also in the house from Finland, of course. I also see, and there he is, MT is also in the house. Appreciate you for taking the time, as you do always on the Saturdays. That was a jump start right off the box. Not sure what that meant, but let me know if I missed something out there. Nils is in the house. He says hi, chat, and Petra. Indeed, welcome. I really appreciate you for being there. Eric is also in the house, all the way from the States. Hello, MT and Nils and Vil and Roel and all the other people that are here live today. Eric states, I was away on vacation last week, but did watch it on the replay. Funny enough that you say replay, because there's also a little bit more we're going to talk about, but a different kind of replay. I'm also checking what happens because my dad is not in today, which means that I am also house sitting my cats. Which is already a big challenge, I can tell you. Well, let's hope he's not going to find the trussing today. Otherwise, you have a nice issue. But tell me where you were, Eric. Where did you have your vacation? Neil says, I hope you had a relaxing time. Indeed. Leandro is in the house as well. Hello there. Indeed. It's sorry. It's 2 p.m. in Argentina. Really great. Let me see here. MT, it looks like the yellow thumbs up is in the stock again. Really nice. Oh, is it your own? What? Where are you? I hear you, but I don't know where you are. Sometimes I don't like that. Daddy, next time be here. TVJ says hello from Ohio, really appreciate it. And MV says I did wait for the notification, and at 6:50 I had to reload the page, and it was always rolling. Yeah, I was a little bit late this time around, MV, so it's okay. It's okay. He was at Baltimore and visiting family. Oh, that's sweet. That's sweet. DJ Ware is also in the house. Welcome to myself and the chat. And there he is on the trussing. Why are you doing that, dude? Oh, okay. So, I knew it. It's always the same with the dude. Oh, okay. So now I'm going to get my phone to show you what it looks like. If you think why I asked my dad to be here on, then you know that right about now. Let me remove the audio quickly. Where is he? He's right there. Okay, there he is. Boom. Psst. Hey. Scoot. Scoot, where are you? Where are you, dude? Hey. What's going on? Go somewhere else, please. Go somewhere. Where are you? Help! Where are you? Oh, don't fall. Oh, there it goes. Oh, there it goes. There it goes. The soundproofing. Yep, there it goes. Yeah. It's almost there. Okay, guys, this is live, and sorry for that, but I need to pay attention to him. Okay. I think that we have to restart the show in just a minute. Okay. Seems like we're good to go. And of course, this is also fallen. Oh my gosh. Okay, guys. So, all right. So, that's what happens if my dad forgets to come. Okay. Am I gonna restart the show just for the sake of it? I'll just wait. What should I do? Oh, let's just use this moment to verify. DJOS says Scooter the mountain climbing cat. Yep, he is definitely the case. Empty, laughing. Yeah. Phil says you got to make everything in your studio cat proof. It's not gonna happen, Phil. He's like everywhere. He doesn't care. He literally does not care. Eric says he's taking the sound baffle with him. Yeah, he definitely did. I'll make sure. Double audio. That might be the case because of the. I thought that I removed that, but oh well. Sorry about that. Leandro says soundproof but not cat-proof. Yep. Well, he's back. Daddy, why aren't you here? Okay, well, we'll try to make it a show and we'll see what happens afterwards, okay? So Kermit is right here. Okay, let's just start the show because this is not going to go anywhere. Dude, what are you doing, man? Seriously, man. Okay, let's one more time. All to make sure that it's no double audio. We'll start later with the show, okay? Because this is not gonna happen. This is not gonna work. Where is it? I think that this is it. Make sure that the audio is gone, and then let's see how. Okay, we'll start the show a little bit later, of course. But this is the reason why. Dude, what are you doing, man? What are you doing? People are waiting. So, Scooter is he is roughly 14 months old. No, he's older. He's 15 months old. And he's a trooper, but he needs to what I'll do the following. I'll try to remove him from the trussing, and I'll have to go to the to what do I do? Yeah, I can, but that's not enough. But what can I do? What can I do? What should I do? The Scooter reality show. Yeah, that is the case. Yeah, he is cute. I have to admit. Hide and seek, Scooter style. Yep, indeed. Eric says our co-host is a cat and acrobat. Where is he? I lost him. Oh, he's back. He's back on the ground, guys. Okay, we can start. So let's try to formally start the show again. Are you ready? Let's do it one more time. Welcome to another episode of Tech Unknown. My name is Petra, and this is Scooter, and we just restarted the show because of him. There you go. He's a beautiful cat, but he is a little bit acrobatic, and he wants to be part of the show. So that is really cool. But again, welcome. My name is Petra, and today we're going to go live, and we're going to talk about the XKeys XKE14, which is the new XKeys system just released, and there are a lot of people that are in the show. I'm not going to redo that part, but let me just very briefly mention their names. It all started this earlier today with Raoul, Phil is in the house, MT is in the house, Nils. Then we've got Eric, Leandro, TVJ, MT of course, TVJ, and DJ Ware, and I think that I have everything now. Okay, cool. All right, so today we're just gonna talk about this little device right here, and it is the XKE14, just released like literally a month ago by XKeys. At the moment it's not doing anything, and I got it by Maggie, who's working for PI Engineering, the company behind XKeys, for trying it out. So it is a sponsored show, so thank you so much, Maggie. Really appreciate it. Really appreciate that. I have been using XKeys for a long time. I've been using it together with Livestream Studio, with vMix, and with OBS, and with other tools as well. So I think that I know XKeys quite well. I, at the moment, I'm a bit going to different companies because of different ideas. So for example, with my ATEM studio, my ATEM 22Me switcher, I use the advanced panel, for example, and if I have my vMix system with me and it is a show that I don't have a template for, so to speak, then I typically use the Stream Deck because it changes too much. So I want to have a digital situation. However, to be honest, the XKeys are really my favorite if it comes to buttons that are always the same place. You can feel them. They're really sturdy. I love the almost cherry switches that you know from those very good keyboards behind the computer. I love this. Do you hear that? It's extremely great. And I really mean that. And what I like about this as well is that I cannot show that to you at the moment, but this is RGB. So it's not currently white because at the moment there are no activators yet available for this XKeys on vMix, but that most likely will be a case, I presume, but for now I will have to do it with white. And as you can see, there's nothing on those buttons, but you can open up the lid, write something on a piece of paper, and then just say this is this, this is that. You can even print it if you'd like. There's a sticker, a piece of sticker that you can use with predefined icons, but they also come with with these sometimes. Let me show what I want you to see. Let me get rid of this. All right. So as you can see, you also have these little buttons right here. So this is, for example, the 4. It's nicely printed on top of it, and you can just put it on top of it. Of course, you need to remove this one right here. So, well, basically, because we have 3 and 4 here, I will do the following. I will remove with this tweezer number 3. It's like this. Of course, now it's, there you go. And then you can put 3 back, and then that is right there. Well, there you go. So now you can use 3 as a, it's not put it, I didn't put that on correctly. Let me try to do that one more time. There you go. There you go. So now I have added 3 on top of it. Of course, I don't like it that way, so I'll just remove it today. There you go. And put the other one back. There you go. So you can customize this set as how you want it yourself, and I will definitely do that. Now, it does not come with those numbers predefined, so there are sets that you can purchase on the XKeys website. Though Maggie was so friendly enough to provide me a few to show you around that's possible. And I also have, for example, another one. This is not sponsored. I paid for it myself. And that is the bigger XKeys for replay that has been produced, I believe, 3 years ago or something. And that's this one right here. And these are all printed buttons that are, again, really sturdy, really nice to work with. And exactly, that's the reason why I like XKeys so much, is that it's really a capable product. It feels good. I don't have to look at it. I can just say, okay, I'm just top, and then the second one, third one, fourth one, fifth one, sixth one. Without even looking at it, I'm looking at you. That's the way, how easy it is to use that. Yeah, earlier on the show, we had an emergency brake video, definitely. And indeed, we are good to go. Have they improved their buttons? I used XKeys unit 7 years ago, and the buttons kept falling off. I don't think that they're falling off that much. TVJ at the moment. I've been using the replay unit for 3 years or 2 years. I think 3 years now, without any issues whatsoever. Nothing's falling off. Everything is sturdy enough. And yeah, maybe I didn't put them on correctly at the moment, but here you go. This is what it looks like on the back. So they are very much, I think they're almost like cherry keyboards. They feel really good. Now the lid, where you can put your piece of paper, that might be a weak point. Though I've tried to open them up, but I really had to strongly use my fingers and my nails to get that one off. So I feel that they're really good, but yeah, that's my idea about it. And if I would not like them, I would not have agreed upon this video to talk about it, to be honest. So again, they did provide it to me, and but everything that I'm saying during this video is my own thoughts. So let me just talk a little bit about this unit to give you a bit of an idea. What I like about this unit is, first and foremost, the size. Right, it's really small, and this is exactly what I need. I do have a very small desk. Literally, yeah, it's about a meter. That's the width, about a meter. So it's not a lot at all. So I like that very much. I also like the T-bar. I really am. I love the T-bar for a few reasons. One of the reasons is that I like to be able to if I have a transition to really position the transition the way that I like it. Though I have to admit that I really only use transitions very occasionally, but with a purpose, and then they are very important to me. So that's one. The second one is that again 14 buttons. I mean on a Stream Deck you have 15 buttons, so it's really close to that. Again, I like this is a more textile feel to it than, for example, Stream Deck has. Not saying that Stream Deck is bad, by the way. I use it still, and I will not I will not stop using it. This is really for other purposes. Now. Looking at this, so what I also like is that, unfortunately I cannot show it to you, but it is RGB. They have if you went to the NEB show, you would have seen that it has NEB support fully, so that is really good. I also like that it finally has a rest to put your palm of your finger on, and that makes it really easy to put it next to your laptop and use it for controlling your system. Now, what are the use cases that I want to talk about today? The first one is that I want to talk about using this as a switcher for your vMix computer. So literally having this row of buttons for switching between inputs on the vMix, preview, and that will be with then program, and in the center I would go like an auto and a cut. And of course, auto will be the same as doing a mix like I did right there. So I'll just do a few. So I'll just do maybe 2 inputs on both sides for the sake of time, because I've not I didn't rehearse this, but I'm pretty sure that it will work. And behind me, you see the second use case, and that is for replay. Now, I did already show you that I have a replay unit, and there will be a separate video, if you'd like, about replay, where we will go very much in depth in what you can do with replay. This one is not that complex. Because of that, I also think that for me, honestly, I do use replay occasionally, especially when I do sports events. But this would be enough for 90% of the time, honestly. So I still have the other one. I will use that one, of course, because I love that one, and it has definitely some benefits. For example, event support. This one does not have that due to the fact that you have less knobs, but there will be, if you'd like, and please say that in the channel, in the chat, if you'd like me to talk about replays, then please say replay in the chat so that I know that I will have a video on that later, the coming weeks, maybe next month or so. So just say replay or something else. But before I go in depth, I want to make sure that there are no questions, and I have said hi to everybody. I see that John is in the house. Welcome, John, from On TV channels. Appreciate it. Connie's in the house. Welcome, Connie. Nils says, and you could use XKeys with Companion, right? With Companion, correct, absolutely. And you can also use it with central control as well. So that's also an interesting one as well. Connie says that he or she wants to would like one. Yeah, this is really a nice product. It is also not really, well, it is expensive though, but it's not that, well, it's not expensive. $230 or something. So it's for the reason why I was a bit hesitant about that is that I'm also aware of some people have a lower budget, so it might be like, oh, 200, 300 euros, whoa, but it's very comparable to the market at the moment, and really for XKeys a really good deal, to be honest. On TV channel says, I sold my XKeys unit some while ago on eBay and purchased 3 times the Stream Deck XL, which I thought at the time was a far more flexible and far more value for money. again, I'm not saying that XKeys is replacing Stream Deck. It's definitely not. What I do like about the XKeys is that it has the buttons are extremely nice. And that's for me very important because again, I want to produce a show and I don't want to look what I'm switching. I want to feel what I'm switching, and that is easier on this XKeys unit as compared to a Stream Deck. And yes, we're talking about slightly differences, so it's really more about taste, of course. And again, I'm also still using Stream Deck. I will not stop using Stream Deck, especially for ever-changing events that will change every single time. I need to have something that is really, really flexible, and then this comes into play, right? Replay sounds interesting. Yep, we will talk about that. That's good. It's no doubt less than a Skyway control. That is true. Yeah, that is true. From the perspective of that a Skyway controller can work without the need of a computer, because it is a computer by itself. So the Stream Deck does need a USB device connected to your computer, and it's running via a USB protocol. So in that case, it only will act as a slave to the software package, where a Skyway device is more flexible. It also has buttons that are 4 ways, of course. So from that perspective, I agree that that's a nicer setup. Personally, you guys know that I use Skyway as well. So actually, I think that I have all the big brands, to be honest. I'm using it for all different reasons. For PTZ support, I'm actually also using the Skyway device right here. So it's not that I'm not using it, but you know. A replay with vMix, yes, indeed. That's okay. So definitely going to be a video very soon. Might be next month, to be honest, but I'm going to tell you why. But next month is not in May. It has to be in June. We're going to talk about that later. Anyway, so this is the one that we're talking about. What I've done is that and you already saw it when Scooter was here. I added my PTZ camera back for this top-down shot, which I'm going to show you in just a bit. I have to navigate the mice a little bit here. Again, I only have 1 meter space, so this is what it looks like on the mouse mat, and it's now doing nothing. I can do whatever I like, but we're gonna make sure that it's gonna do something, and in order to do that, I will create. Let me rephrase. Let me remove that, and let me go to this one, and boom, there you go. All right, so now you would see me. There you go. Yeah, now you have it perfect. So on the there, the far left of your screen, you see the device right here. In the center, you'll see vMix, and on the left-hand side of vMix, you see me in the preview window, so that you are aware that where I am and what I'm doing. So let's do this. We're gonna create shortcuts on this device. What we're gonna do is that we're gonna put input 1 and input 2. Let's make this 2. And that's so one. This is 1. This is 2, and we're going to put that on these 2 buttons as a preview, and then here you will get immediately to program, and then this one will be a auto, and this will be a cut, right? Okay, let's try that out. So settings, and we will. There you go. Does this make sense? Yeah, it makes sense. Huh? All right. Then let's go to shortcuts. Now, of course, I do have quite some shortcuts already available. I'm thinking that I'm just going to remove all of them. Yep, let's just remove all of them just for the sake of it and to make sure and activators are also gone. All right, so we're going to hit add, and then you'll see this requester. And wait a sec. Shortcuts, we're going to hit add. And then how it works with shortcuts is that you can select the key. So the way that it works is that you'll hit here find, and then you'll hit this button right here, which you see right here. Boom. And it automatically picks it up. It's on medium mode, channel 1, node 0, velocity 127. And now I can give it a function. And that function is preview. Preview input 1, and I can give it a name, preview 1, and that's it. So now this button became preview 1. It only provides a preview, not a switch. I'll then add a second one. Find, hit the preview 2 button, boom, here you go. Then I'll again say preview input, and of course that will be input 2, and I'll give it a name, not that it's required, but I like that a little bit like that. And then let's go here to 3 and to 1 and 2 in program. So I'm heading here, input, select, there you go. And now I'm not previewing to it. No, I am cutting to it. So I am cutting to input 1. And so this is one program, BGM. And the same thing goes for the second one. Like so, and again cut, and we will cut to number 2, and we're gonna name this 2 PGM. All right, so that is then done, and then we want to add a here below a auto and a cut button. So let's first do the cut button. So let's find this one right here, and then that would be a cut. And what we're going to cut is the preview this time around. So we're literally looking at what's in the preview. So this is just going to hit be cut. And now below, wait a sec, did I do the correct one? Cut was this one, right? Just to make sure that that's good. And then I'm going to do a auto, add, find, add, and then we're going to use this as a let's make it a fade, and fade for preview indeed. All right, so now once I press this button right here, you will see that if I press this 2 one, you will see that it becomes 2, this becomes 1, 2, 1, and if I then hit this one right here, which will that's the overshot of the switcher, boom, right there. Then I can do a auto, then you'll see this one again. I can also do that I didn't do that yet. And then of course I can do I thought that was a cut, but that's not a cut. I need to fix that. Let's fix that quickly. Let me make sure that you guys can see me. Okay, I think that I've goofed up a little bit, so let me fix that quickly. So the cut bar is indeed wrong. It should be a cut. There you go. All right. Okay. No. Boom. Boom. Nice. So that's also working, but this one is not working yet. So now let's see how that works. And that is shortcut again. Putting it right there. Then hit add. Find. Okay. And then the function is, of course, fade. Fade preview, indeed. And then I hope that this is already working. Yep. So now I can be very gentle, like so. Nice. That works. Awesome. So now I have a switcher that is actually that I can actually use to switch the show. I can directly go to this camera right here by hitting this button, but I can also do that really nice via the T bar and just maybe click on this one, and whoop, there you go. Boom. Really nice. So yeah, and of course I can also fade on by pressing this button a few times. I can cut if I like. So cut, cut, cut. Ah, perfect. So this is let's say a mini controller for your vMix computer, and I think if you have it in front of you, like I have right now, let me just show it to you, like so. I can just put it right in front of me, put my hand on it, and just change whatever I like so. It works very nicely. I bet you there are some questions, so let's check if there are some questions in the meantime, or not questions but reactions. Eric states, Eric states that seems pretty straightforward. Doesn't need companion in between as a relay. No, you can immediately use it within vMix. And vMix does come with some predefined XKeys, though this one is such a new device that it's not there yet. However, somebody already created a template, TJ, who also was so friendly to provide me this this footage so that I can show a replay working in the future in a separate video. Today it's going to be very quickly to show you how it works, but the real nitty and gritty with events, with nice graphics, that will be something that we need to discuss at a later stage. MT says it looks really easy programming with vMix. It's also easy with ATEM. With ATEM, I would state it should be with Companion, and I think that would be working quite nice as well. For vMix, we purchased the WinWet where we sold XKeys. Great panel combined for Stream Decks. Well, nice. That's really cool. That's really cool. Yeah, it's nice. Yes, and indeed. All right. So that was the first use case. Well, I think that this is a really strong use case. Because of full transparency, I will be removing this unit quickly here. So I will remove these units, making sure that it's all gone. So remove, delete. Yes. Okay. So now I can switch all I like. It's not going to do anything anymore. So that's the reason that it's extremely easy to use. Though at the moment I am going to remove it from this unit. It's gone. And I'm going to put it into the computer behind me. And no. Oh, wrong way. There you go. So we're back. So now we have this one right here, and it's now connected to the computer behind me. And you might say, hey Petra, but I cannot see what's happening behind your computer. That is correct. That's the reason why with the advances within the microelectronics, I can actually show you what's happening on that screen. Though I have to admit that it's a little bit buggy because of how it's all. I'm using TeamViewer to get it organized, so it's not very stable. But that's the reason why I will show it at a later stage in a better way. For now, it's just about the controller and the real play we'll do at the later stage. So in order to do that, I will be modifying this screen a little bit so that you are aware of it. And I know that you can see that, so that's okay. So it is changing to display 2. There you go. And let me get this one back in the screen so that you can see what it looks like. There you go. So again, it's a little bit choppy. Don't worry about it. Behind me, it's actually not choppy, so it's really TeamViewer that is doing that. So what is the idea? I will be installing this unit on the replay system, and I'll walk you through a few standard knobs and bells and whistles. But I'm not going to go into too much details because I think that replay by itself will take about an hour anyway. So I want to prevent that from happening, and want you to give a little bit more time for you to check it out. All right. So let me see if there are some questions before I move on. Nope. All right. So let's go ahead and go to this right here. So what you see right here is the computer behind me via TeamViewer, and as you can see, I've added instant replay already, and I think that I've cheated a little bit, so I will be making sure that this is all gone. Luckily, I didn't cheat, so I can actually remove this and show you around. So what I'll do is the following. I already installed the instant replay, so I'm not gonna go into that. What you see here are 4 cameras that are actually pre-recorded videos. It's a bit of a trick that to let vMix work with these videos because well, instant replay does not work with videos, but it only works with cameras. So we did a quick a bit of a thingy here to make it work. Anyway, so let's do this. So we're gonna start by setting up the controller, and it is under shortcuts again. And for some reason I did not save it, so I'll just again do it. Remove shortcuts. Yes. Okay, and then let's do it one more time. Let's go back, and I think that it should be gone now. Okay, cool. Then I'm going to go to templates because I actually already have a template ready for it. So I'll open it up. And this is what I like about the unit, is that you can actually, have multiple templates already available. So for example, you can have Akai in there. You can have all kinds of other Xbox controllers even. You can have JL Cooper slow motion. You've got this one right here. You've got the old replay that I have in next to me, and you've got the XKeys video cassette. So these are pre-installed systems within vMix that are already there, but this system that I have in front of me right here is so new that it's not, working yet. So I need to import one, and I will be importing it from my downloads folder. if it lets me. And here you go. It's a mini replay vMix shortcut template. If I click on that, you'll see that 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 are set here. So that's replay A camera 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5 is replay mark in. Then you've got 6 is mark out. Then you've got 7 is the start stop recording. You've got 8, which is the replay mark in out live. 9 is the same, 10 is the same, and 11 is the replay last event to output. These 3 are not the same, but we'll talk about that very soon. So I'm going to add them. I'm going to replace the shortcuts. Yes. Boom. That's all you have to do. As you can see, it's connected to this device is on channel 3. And I don't think that that's on default, so I'll just go into the MIDI settings, sorry, right here. Click on that, go to channel mapping, and make sure that the T-bar module is on channel 3, like so. Now it should be working. There you go. So the idea is that now you can actually use this, and actually I already see right here in this area. Let me increase the size a little bit. If you look at my mouse right here, you can see here in this area something changing. There you go. And back to 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1. Now there are some delays, and that's because of the team viewer, but that is already working. So that also means that I can fire up the recorder, and so let's do that. So now it's recording. As you can see, I can also open up the instant replay by hitting this button right here, making it big, and here I have the possibility to see what's happening here. I see all those cameras right here in real time with some hiccups because of the network congestion. And I can actually start to create some edits. So again, I can stop the recording like so. I can start the recording like so. And it's recording what's happening between brackets live. And let's say I want to start recording something here. So let's just say I want to record the last 5 seconds. And I can just hit this one right here, boom, last 5 seconds are recorded, and I can then just hit play here, and then it plays the last 5 seconds. So that's as easy as that. So I can just by hitting this button, it will automatically go back to the 5 seconds before that moment, and then create a replay of that. Of course, you want to have a little bit more of a nice slow motion effect, so I will definitely do that on that computer right there when there's no network congestion with the team viewer. But I'll use this as a way to show what you can do, and just don't look at the choppiness of the video because it's not that important at the moment. Okay, so again, I recorded it. I can switch between cameras like so. So this is camera 1. This is camera, yeah, it needs to be, it's not really updating, but it's camera 2, camera 3, camera 4. So that is working like that. I can hit the start marker of a new video like so, boom. I can hit the end marker like so, boom. And so that's now also there, and I can change what I want to see here. So I can actually change what camera I want to see. So that's also possible, but you cannot do that on this device. So that is something that this device doesn't do, I think. No, it does not do that. So that's where the other one comes into play. But what you can do is that you can just run this video clip go directly to program, and so that's everything that you could do. But you can also yeah, and that's a little bit so choppy that you won't see it at the moment. But if you are playing something back, you can actually make it go slower and faster again just by using the T-bar. And you can actually see the T-bar. Oh, you cannot. How can I show that to you? Here, look, if you look here, right here, you can see that the T-bar is actually acting on that input right there. And again, if you're here, you can really do that very fast, as you can see. Was not the best demo due to the fact that it's still a lot of choppiness. It's not choppy there. That's my lucky setup. So what I'll do is that during the replay video, I'll actually use that monitor right here. And I'm also going to go live from that computer and not from this computer, so that it avoids the choppiness of the screen. But I hope that it still gave you a bit of an idea on what the possibilities are on this system. Checking if there. Niels says, "Is the secret ingredient NDI?" No, it's not. The secret ingredient is that I think that you are referring to. Let me shut. There you go. Remove the recording, otherwise it's gonna make my life a little bit worse. No, so it is not NDI. The secret sauce is actually that I'm using the output as an input. No, yeah. So I'm actually using the outputs of vMix to convert it back as an input, so that it thinks it's a real camera. It's a bit of a strange loop, but it's working. Now that being said, you are not far off, because I could have easily also used SRT for this as well. So you're not far off. Switching the mice. TVJ says, I remember that they changed that a couple of years ago, and it caused chaos during the game, and it took me until the halftime to figure out what. Yeah, it's a big thing, and I have to admit that I know that they have changed the setup so that it's not only 4 cameras, but you can also have 8 cameras replay and throw. So 8 cameras with 2 outputs, or sorry, 8 cameras with 1 output, or 4 cameras with 2 outputs. There you have a lot of different options. Though for me, honestly, we typically work with 3 cameras, and that's all we do, and that's all we need. So for me, the smallest one is really nice. What of course what you have to give away as a feature on this one is that you cannot create those events, right? So the event reel of a game, that's not possible. Well, not with that unit. Yeah, it must be an adrenaline rush. I think so too. Roy says, how do you use the ATEM with vMix? Which one is doing the live stream? There's no ATEM at the moment running here, to be honest, Roy. That doesn't mean that I'm not using it. I do use ATEMs quite a lot, also in conjunction with vMix, though typically I would state that I will be using the ATEM as a switcher between cameras, though in my studio specifically everything is NDI, and because everything is NDI, the ATEM does not make so much sense for me in my studio. That doesn't mean that I don't like ATEMs, because I'm not gonna use vMix as a main workhorse on big productions. It can do that, Definitely, I've seen very big productions. Looking at the carvable environment that we recently had as a case study at that condo. But they were using 5 vMix computers that were big beasts. So it is possible, but yeah, for bigger productions, I will go for the ATEM. And you can indeed also use it for encoding. I could have done that, honestly. Yeah, indeed. I would prefer ATEM to encoding and just output vMix computer to ATEM video input. That's definitely also a use case. And come to think of it, maybe I should do that moving forward. Maybe I should do that once. See how it goes. Well, let me rephrase that. I know how it goes, but not in the studio. Question. You did say that replay only works with cameras. What happens if you feed vMix a program feed from an ATEM and reroute the output? I think that you're doing exactly what I'm doing, but the issue is that I need to see your full and reroute the output back to the ATEM. What happens if you feed vMix with the program out, feed from an ATEM, and reroute the output back to the ATEM? I have a feeling that that's not gonna work. Okay, you have your end result is going into the vMix, and then you're changing the output. That's a bit awkward. I think that's not going to work, MT. Well, what I'm doing on that computer right there is that I'm literally just sending the file to an output, and I'm putting that output back to an input. That's what I'm doing, and that works like a charm. Interesting. vMix haven't produced a new for a replay for a long time, so please go ahead with yours, Petra. Much appreciated. Yeah, a new tutorial. Yeah, I will definitely do that, and I will do that on that machine without any other computers in between, so that you will have nice smooth video. Because again, that is smooth video right there. Yeah, you can see it right there. Let me show you by moving on here. If I would put this one right there and that one right there, you will see behind me that it's actually going very smooth without any issues, not at all. But if I will show you what it looks like on Teams, it's literally very unstable. So that's the reason why I think that this is a little bit of a demo that went wrong. On the other hand, I did show you that you can use it for what it can do. TVJ says we use vMix for everything from football to graduation, but has its risks. Yes, it does. And don't forget, vMix has multiple encoder outputs. Definitely. As a matter of fact, I'm outputting to both Facebook and YouTube at the same time at the moment. So yeah, that's true. And you can actually have a third one if you'd like as well, where ATEM only has one, and you need to add a third, like a service like Restream to make it happen. Spotja, hello Petra. How do you see the future of live streaming and video productions versus AI virtual synthetic video? Wow. All right. That's a whole video. That's a really interesting question. Yeah. That's an interesting question. I need to think about that, Spotja. I think, well, at the moment, without really looking more in depth, AI is here to stay for sure. But we need to figure out how to use it and not to use it in a bad way. And that's one of my troubles in my opinion. So of course I do Chat GPT as well. I think it's interesting. I think it's good. I actually I'm okay by occasionally checking it out, though I'm still a little bit worried about what is real and what what they are saying, is that real as well. So maybe I'm misreading your question. Maybe you're talking about that an AI is producing the show. In that case, I'm a little bit less worried due to the fact that I presume that it will check body language if that person wants to speak. That's my presumption. And it will then automatically switch to it, and it will use some kind of algorithm to figure out if somebody is talking or wants to talk or has the advantage, so to speak. But it's a very, very interesting question, and one that to really think about very thoroughly. Yeah, I think that especially if you want people to be able to push out more content, then that will be very much a helpful situation. All right, very good question. Very good question. I like it. Thanks. AI can be very dangerous. Yes, one of my worries, to be honest, at the moment. One of my worries. And believe it or not, that in a certain country, which I'm not gonna say the name of, they're actually using a new company. It's called Skynet, which is AI. And if you know if you know a certain film franchise, you know what that means. So yes, so I'm a little bit like, how, what, huh? DJware will be useful only when they can stop AI from hallucinating. Yeah, we're not there yet, and I think that we need to have some fail safes in mind. But it's here to stay for sure. So it's not going to go away anymore. That's for sure. Yeah, oh, you didn't know, Raoul. Yeah, but it's literally true. I'm not lying. So, yeah, I'm not. It's not. It's like they followed it through. It's like, okay, yeah. There was this movie once. Yeah, let's use that name. Better internet connection is always not a good thing if you are using ATEM or vMix. I fear always computers crashing. In one I trust and count on is the ATEM Mini Extreme. vMix also a good choice. Yes. So all right, let's put that one to bed in the sense that I want to be very clear to people that are new to this channel. I use vMix and ATEM a lot, both of them. For this studio particularly, I'm using vMix, and the reason why I'm using vMix is that I have to produce the whole show myself, and I really want to keep vMix in my fingers. I want to understand it. I want to work with it. I'm also one of the people that are typically at trade shows here in Europe, at IBC for example, talking about vMix. So I want to keep having that under my fingers. I also really like vMix for what it is. It's a great piece of equipment, and it has a very feature-rich setup. Very, very much a good software. But it is software, and I'm not so worried about vMix by itself, but I'm worried about what's under the hood, which is called Windows 11 in my case, and that will crash sometimes. Luckily, I've never had it Well, that's not true. I have it only once. So I had it once during a live TV show that it crashed on me, which is really no fun because you have to reboot the computer, or you need to restart vMix. But if it's really stuck, it's going to be quite a challenge to get it done. Now the ATEM is totally different. It works. It just works. It's simplified. It does its job. And the way that I now do it is that I use a vMix to produce lower thirds or some nice graphics, and I will bring that in via key and fill on the ATEM. And if it crashes on me, I'm just gonna remove the DSK, and I'll just start switching. And in the meantime, I'm gonna restart the system. But then at least the show will go on. Maybe not so nice as we wanted it, but if you're good at producing a show and you're good at, pivoting if something goes wrong, then people will not notice, and that's a good thing. Cole says, I think vMix is real powerful. It is definitely very powerful. View says, oh yeah, well, we already talked about that. All right. That's all I had in store for you today. We started a little bit awkward with Scooter literally crashing the studio with a acoustic panel, just almost barely still connected to the trussing system. But I'll fix that after this show is done, and that will be done next week. Next week I will of course be back with a new show. But I need to now check a little bit my calendar because I have to be careful. Yeah, so next week we're gonna have the new show will be next week, but the weeks after will have pre-recorded content because I have to go for work somewhere else to the States. So we'll be visiting San Diego and Connecticut. And the third week I will go on vacation in an area called Rochester, New York. Eric, hint, hint. So I might be, so I will be there for a few days as well, and then I will be back. So it's going to be almost a free week that I'm not going to be live. Though I will bring along some gear to go live, but I cannot promise you anything. That's why I've pre-recorded some videos. For the sake of it. So it's a little bit of a awkward thing. But yeah, but day-to-day job needs to be done. That's great. Oh yeah, definitely the Burdock Play next week. We're definitely going to talk about Burdock Play next week. Absolutely. TVJ says, our biggest issue with vMix is the audio routing. Windows likes to change it for some reason. TVJ, I need more information on that because I do like the audio routing possibilities with vMix. What I don't like about vMix is the pre-listening part of it. That's not great, but the routing purposes, I think it's actually not that bad at all. So I'm really interested in why you think that. And he says, I agree, vMix is great, especially with the NDI-based structure. Yeah, so again, everything here in the studio is NDI-based. DJ, I enjoyed the show and the Scooter break as well. He's still here. He's literally lying down here. he's tired. Connie says, like always, a pleasure. Well, it's a pleasure to see you here as well. Spotcha says, thank you, Petra, and enjoyed the content. Enjoy your content. Appreciate it. I think this live stream shows will prevail AI. That's great to hear. And MT says, great show. Thank you so much. If you like this kind of content, please go ahead and like this video. Stay commenting. We will be here next week, of course. And after that, we'll see what we are gonna do. Of course, I will try to make content. Again, it's gonna be quite a challenge because, especially on the 6th of May, because I will be flying. I cannot do content above the Atlantic Ocean. That's a bit of a problem there. We have 3 TVs hooked up, and Windows will sometimes change the default audio output. Oy. Phil says, thanks, Petra and the cats and the rest of the community. Yes, you guys are all awesome, guys. Thank you so much. That's it for today. See you next week. Same time, same channel. And have a good day. Bye-bye.